What kind of CAD solution best fits today's demanding design engineer? Well, that depends on the design challenges in question. That's why SolidWorks offers 3 levels of design software. Find your best fit. For design engineers who need everything, SolidWorks Premium is the premium fit. It includes all the capabilities of SolidWorks Professional, plus a great deal more. Powerful simulation and design validation tools. The ability to work with PC board, 3D scan data, and advanced wire and pipe routing functionality. First, let's look at SolidWorks Premium's advanced simulation tools. SolidWorks Simulation is a powerful tool that lets you validate the structural integrity of parts and assemblies before manufacturing a single part. For instance, you can analyze a sub-assembly to see if the handle can withstand forces applied during use. Simply apply fixtures directly to the solid geometry to ground the assembly. Then loads can be applied to simulate someone leaning on the handle. Click Run, and you'll have the results in just seconds, thanks to the fastest solvers in the industry. A variety of results are available, such as this stress contour plot. You can see the high stress areas in red, and animation provides a real understanding of how the model behaves under load. With SolidWorks Simulation, it's easy to virtually test your designs so that you can test more ideas and reduce the need for physical prototypes. SolidWorks Motion is another powerful tool for designers. With it, you can perform kinematic and dynamic simulation studies to determine how the mechanism will move and how forces will influence the motion. Leveraging the assembly mates and the component materials and mass, you can apply gravity, contact, loads, dampers, springs, and linear actuators or motors to drive the system. Motors and loads are applied directly to components, and you can identify any components that may contact each other, and then solve the simulation study. Calculated results can be plotted over time, such as the required motor force to achieve the jaw opening load. These forces can be used to calculate stress or deflection in the parts to determine the structural integrity of the assembly as it runs through its range of motion. With SolidWorks Motion, you can simulate real-world operating conditions in a virtual environment. Tolerance Stackup Analysis is vital to mechanical fit and function, and SolidWorks Tall Analyst makes this easy. Leveraging the individual part tolerances, Tall Analyst can be used to measure the gap between these 2 blades in this sheeter assembly. First, establish a measurement between 2 features. Then, identify the assembly sequence. Next, define how each part is placed or constrained in the assembly. For instance, the inside diameter of the bushing is assembled to the pin, and the upper knife block is assembled to the OD of the bushing. Once each part is constrained, Tall Analyst performs the tolerance stackup analysis and reports the nominal, minimum, maximum, and RSS or root sum squares min and max. For this example, to maintain proper cutting performance, the gap must be between 0 and 0.25 millimeters. The analysis data lists each contributing feature and its % contribution. Select the worst contributor on the list, and Tall Analyst highlights the dimension and tolerance on the screen, where the values can be modified. After recalculation, we can see that the values are now within the required design criteria. As you can see, Tall Analyst is an essential tool to ensure that the components of your assembly always fit together and meet mechanical performance requirements. SolidWorks Premium provides tools that make it easy to work with PC board and 3D scan data. CircuitWorks is a bidirectional electronic CAD translator for creating 3D models of circuit boards in SolidWorks. The dedicated CircuitWorks interface lets you open, compare, and save ECAD files with support for industry standards IDF, PADS, and ProStep EDMD. You can visually inspect the board, modify ECAD properties, or use the powerful filters to reduce complex features that are not required in SolidWorks. When ready, the board can be built as a 3D assembly model from the customizable component library and ready for use in your designs. The Scan to 3D feature allows you to import scan data, mesh and point cloud files into SolidWorks and then convert it to a 3D surface or solid model. It uses a guided wizard to position the point cloud and remove noise or extraneous data such as fixtures that were used during the scan process. The simplification feature can be used to reduce the number of vertices to yield a more efficient mesh. And finally, the model can be smoothed to help rectify jagged or unrefined areas. Once the mesh is created, you can use the Surface Wizard in automatic or guided mode to map surfaces to the mesh. Using standard SolidWorks surfacing tools, you can then trim these surfaces to form a 3D solid model ready for manipulation or use in your design. Wire and pipe routing is simple and efficient with SolidWorks routing. SolidWorks routing simplifies the design and documentation of all types of piping, tubing, hose, and electrical cabling systems. Fittings are assembled by dragging and dropping them into your assembly, and they are automatically sized and mated to adjacent components. Inline fittings automatically split the pipes on which they are dropped, and the Auto Route tool automatically connects the fittings and adds the appropriately sized elbows. Tubing routes are created with the same drag and drop techniques. And when you're finished, SolidWorks will automatically document your designs by creating engineering drawings and bills of materials complete with cut length information for pipe and tube routes. SolidWorks routing also supports electrical wire, cable, and harness design using similar techniques. Simply drag and drop connectors to start wire routes, or easily add wires to existing cable harnesses. After defining the path, you can associate cable or wire data to the route, and the wire automatically updates to reflect the diameter of the wires or cables you select for each path. Electrical routes can be automatically flattened, and harness drawings can be created complete with automatic bill of materials including total wire lengths, connector tables with pinout data, and a circuit summary with the wire cut list information. When you need exceptional simulation, routing, and 3D scan capabilities, SolidWorks Premium is the ideal fit. It's the complete 3D design solution for the most innovative, productive product designers.